Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. LEGO has finally put up the HD images of the three new Black Panther Wakanda Forever sets on Shop at Home. Unfortunately, we still are missing the biggest set, but I mean, I'm glad we have high quality images of the smaller sets so that at least, we can see the minifigures in greater detail. So this is Shuri's Lab, 58 pieces, $10. I already talked, about all of these sets in my first reveal video. I don't like this one. It's just a good way to get these two minifigures. I am a Lego Marvel completionist, so I will buy it. But yeah, it's going straight in the parts bin because I don't really think there's much to it. I do like the boxes though, and you'll see this is not branded as a Wakanda Forever set. It's coming out with them, but it's just branded as like a first movie set, as just Black Panther, which makes sense because this set has T'Challa, and of course T'Challa is dead in the MCU at the time of Wakanda Forever. Looks like there's a cool little feature there though, with like a collapsing wall, or I guess you're supposed to shoot discs at it to make it fall down. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But other than that, nothing about this set is really special. No exclusive minifigure, one exclusive print. But I mean, that's pretty much par for the course for 4+ sets. Here is King Namor's throne room. I think that this is my favorite set right off the bat. 355 pieces, $35, so perfect price per parts ratio. I do want to see more pictures of the build, but first I want to start out by talking about the minifigures. So, Shuri is the new Black Panther as these sets reveal. I think that her costume, because this is our first look at it, I really like it. It seems a little bit busy on the Lego minifigure, so I'm interested to see how they balance it in the movie because there's a lot of colors here. There's silver, black, gold, blue, purple. There's a lot going on. It's much more intricate than T'Challa's, but I like that because she's also a much techier character. So I feel like that's reflected, especially in the silver detailing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she looks like in the movie. I don't like that she doesn't have a cowl in this set, like a helmet. I really like that hairpiece. I think that that's a great new hairpiece. And of course, we don't know if she'll have a helmet in the movie, but I would assume so. I mean, all the Black Panthers so far have had cool helmets. So if she doesn't have one in the movie, then of course it's not a big deal. Then it's not in the set, but I would have expected it here. So I'm kind of disappointed that she doesn't have one. This here is Atuma, the Atlantean general. Love the new hammerhead shark helmet piece, but I just think that they've made the Atlanteans look extremely goofy in a really bad way. This skin color is terrible for them. I think they should have gone with a sand blue. And I mean, all of the prints look good. I like the print detailing. Love that we have printed legs. No side leg printing, unfortunately. But it's just the color of the skin that makes them look silly, I think, instead of intimidating like they look in the movie. And then Namor himself. This minifigure is epic. I really like that he has this hairpiece with the ears. I don't know if it's new, but it is printed because he has a lot of piercings in the movie, like in his ears, nose, and everything. So I like that Lego's representing the piercings there. He has, because they're leaning heavily into Mayan and Aztec culture for this movie. And his nose piercings are a big part of the character design in the movie. I understand why Lego didn't do that. Lego minifigures don't have noses. So to include nose piercings on a Lego minifigure, that'd just be weird because they wouldn't have anything to go into. They'd just be some splotches on his face. But I am sad that they aren't represented here. Not that the designer didn't include them, but just that it's kind of physically impossible to do it because I think his face just looks a little bit generic. It looks like Namor, but I feel like those nose piercings, I really like that aspect of the character design, and so I just think it's a shame that you can't do something like that in Lego. The torso looks really good too, though, and then I want to go into the picture of all of these minifigures standing up. Because so yeah, I'm very disappointed by the legs here. I first of all, I love that they're printed. I'm very happy that they're printed. Lego really went above and beyond there because I do think it's necessary to represent his wings, but it's not something I thought Lego would do. But it's the pants that I don't like his little speedo. Why is it gold and blue? In the movie, he's basically wearing green booty shorts, and they are very clearly solid colored green with a ring of gold around the waist. So this might just be a concept art issue, but I really wish he had the green because I think that this is just a little bit too plain. All the colors are too similar. It's too earthy, it's too gold. So I think that splash of green in the character in the movie and in the Lego minifigure. Like, it would really make it stand out. So again, if it's a concept art issue, there's nothing that can be done there. It's just something that they'll have to fix on the next figure, but it is a little bit disappointing. But other than that, I think the figure looks perfect. I'm very happy with it. The one thing I don't like are these smiling faces. I do like subtle smiles, but I just find it very dumb how like Lego keeps giving these like serious and tortured characters very cheerful expressions. It's something I've complained about with Wanda, where they have her smiling like she's at like a goofy carnival instead of, like, if you want to give them a slight smile, that's fine. But like they keep giving Wanda like huge open mouth, like ear to ear grinning smiles, which is just really dumb. So like this smile on Shuri, I like that. This smile on Shuri, I also like that. But why are there two smiles on her? Namor doesn't have two smiles. Namor has one stern face and one smiling face. Like, can we please get some variety in the female superhero minifigures? Because all of them are just smiling all the time. And in the trailer for Wakanda Forever, Shuri smiled like once when she was greeting Riri Williams, Ironheart. But for the rest of the trailer, she was like full on sobbing. Like, can we please get some different expressions for female characters besides just smiling, Lego? Like, that's just, it seems very dumb. And again, it is mostly the females because Namor has a stern face. He has a smile too, but he doesn't have two like giant smiles. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. But here is our first good look at the box art for this set, or for any of these sets actually. I love this thing here. I like how the panther head is coming out of like the box. That is really cool. And that gives a better look at the build, but we'll talk about that more in a little bit. I really like the undersea theming, but what I love is the art of all of these characters on the side. Nakia looks incredible. I love her character design in this movie. But it also, I mean, we'll talk about this in the next set, but it shows how inaccurate her like a minifigure is. Okoye, like same outfit, pretty much same thing, but she still looks great. Shuri, in all of the marketing, she's in this she's in this like purple outfit. That's not what she's wearing in the set. In the set, I believe she is in her Black Panther costume. So that's kind of interesting. I guess they didn't want to reveal it on the box art. And then we have M'Baku in the corner. He also has like a slightly different costume, but he still looks fairly recognizable. Nakia and Shuri are the ones that have changed the most. So now as for the build, here is Shuri's little submarine. And I do like this quite a bit because I like how there are windshield pieces on the side. I think that that's very good parts usage there. I think it really makes it more interesting. And oh, here's that 360-degree video that I like so much. And it looks to be a pretty good size, too. Like, it's kind of longer than I expected. Namor's throne is about the size that I expected, but it looks like there's clips and stuff at the back, so maybe there's a play feature of some sort. That would be awesome. But yeah, this is not a big set. For $35, the bills are small for $35, let's be perfectly honest. Shuri's Submarine would be like an okay $10 set with these two minifigures, but I would not assign $25 of value to Namor's throne. I think that for $30, this would be a better set, but I would still feel it's a little bit overpriced. I honestly think that this would be a great $25 set, so $30 would be okay. $35 is, I think, pushing it just a little bit. Okay, so there is a feature back here. It looks like we have a bunch of hidden treasure. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I do like that, because I always like it when builds have storage space in them. And I just really like the build here overall with, like, the shark jaws. And I like how there are, like, fish swimming around it. I think that that's really cute. And again, I really like the aesthetics of this box art. I think that it's pretty awesome. Oh, and sorry, before we move on, I do want to talk about this. LEGO versions of all of these minifigures. So, Shuri looks good, Nakia looks good, but M'Baku and Okoye, them being LEGO minifigures on this box makes me think that we are getting both of those in the $80 set. So I really hope we do, because those would be huge omissions from this movie. So here is the second biggest Wakanda Forever set, Shuri's Sunbird. Again, exactly 355 pieces, but this one is $50, and the last one was $35. So, ouch. We do have 4 minifigures in this set, though, 2 of which are exclusive so far. So I think that that is definitely an added value element, but just based on piece count, not impressed. We'll take a look at the minifigures in a second, but yeah, this is what I was looking for. I wanted to see more of the build, because that angle that they show in that one photo, I feel like it's not the best. I think that this build looks pretty interesting. I really like the Wakandans vehicles, and I think that this looks like an interesting evolution of like the dragonfly ships because it still kind of looks insect-like with the wings, but it's got like repulsors, and I really like the black, gold, and purple color scheme. Yeah, it's because I mean some of the other Wakandan stuff it's like black and white or it's like gray and black, so I think that this does change it up a little bit. And here is the 360-degree video. And okay, fine, I'm not as mad at the price anymore. This is a pretty big thing. Like this is a sizable ship. Like yeah, there's a lot of gaps and like it looks like there's a lot of moving parts, but it's not like this should be a $30 set. Honestly, this looks like just based on this like initial glance, I'd say this looks like a 40 to $45 set, so 50 I think will be okay. Here are the minifigures. Again, Black Panther Shuri looks great. Nakia, I love her face print. I'm very happy about that. I really like what Lego has done there with the facial markings and everything, a lot like Shuri. Because like Shuri painted her face like that for the finale of the first Black Panther movie and for Endgame and everything. And I love the printing on Nakia. I think that it looks really good. I really like the design in the movie, and I think that the Lego minifigure also looks exceptional. I just think all of like these swirling designs and everything, because she's from the River tribe, and I very much feel like river aesthetics flowing through her costume with the blues and the greens and the swirls. So I really like that. She might be my favorite minifigure in any of these sets. The one thing I don't like is let's take a look at her swords. Why are they silver? Those swords are green in the movie. Like you can see it on the box. So Lego should have recolored them. And then also her hairpiece. Sorry, I forgot to complain about that. Actually, before the complaints, love the face. Because after just complaining about how the women only get to smile, thank you for giving her an angry face. Because Lupita Nyong'o, she was an angry fighter in the first Black Panther movie. Like she looked like really, really ticked off when she was fighting Killmonger and everything. So and she has an attitude. Her character has like a very like strong attitude, which I really love. And so I'm glad that her face is more expressive than someone like Shuri's, who's just smiling all the time. But the hair is garbage. Like what the heck? Like why? Why? I'm glad that Lego made a new hairpiece for Shuri. I think it was necessary. At least I'm like 90% sure that's new. I think it was very necessary, and I'm very glad they did it. But I mean, like, Nakia deserved one too, because this short hair is perfect for her hair in the first Black Panther movie. But look at this. Her hair is black, it's in locks, and it's like dyed red as well. It's like a mix of black and red. And this is such a cool design. And then to put her in like the short hair in this set, that's just really irritating to me. I think that Lego should have invested in a new hairpiece for her because it would have looked incredible and it could definitely be reused outside of this theme. So I think it's very disappointing to get something so wrong in a set like this when the rest of the minifigure is so good because it's so close to being perfect. But again, like not recoloring the swords, not making a new hairpiece, that kind of stuff is just really cheap, especially the swords. A new hair mold and painting it would be pretty expensive, but I mean, recoloring these swords into green can't be that hard. So, again, it's just another instance of Lego like cheaping out, in my opinion. You also have Atuma in this set again, annoying because I don't want the general in every set. Give me some generic soldiers. And then the last minifigure that I want to talk about is Riri Williams or Ironheart. So on the box, Lego specifies that this is Ironheart Mark 1, which is very exciting. I'm super like pumped to see Riri Williams become Ironheart in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And I like her costume. Of course, it's a mess. It's very busy. It's supposed to be. I mean, we all remember how Tony's suit looked. Hers is even messier than his, but I mean, she's also, whatever, like 20 years old, maybe. I know that she's a student at MIT. And I really like it. I think that the graphic design work is excellent. And honestly, let's commend Lego. All four of these minifigures have leg printing. That is something to be applauded, given how often they leave leg printing off of Marvel minifigures. I'm really glad they printed Nakia's legs, and I'm really glad they did Ironheart's, although Lego always prints like Iron Man's legs, so I think that that's more to be expected. But I'm really glad that Lego printed Nakia's legs. It's just the stupid hair on her. But anyway, Ironheart's hair isn't perfect either. This is Monica Rambeau's hair from WandaVision. And it definitely fits okay, but it's not an exact fit for the movie. But, I mean, I don't really fault Lego for not making a new piece here. I absolutely fault them for not doing one here. Because this still looks relatively like the character. That looks nothing like the character. She also has a backpack attachment with some stuff on the back, which seems interesting. Again, perfectly accurate with the goggles and everything to like the art that we've seen on t-shirts and stuff. So I'm happy with that minifigure, and I think she will remain exclusive to this set. Because even if we get sets based on her show or something, she'll have a different suit by then, because this is her Mark 1. As for the build, like I said, better impressions now. I think that it's interesting. I like how angular it is. I like the color scheme. I think that it looks Wakandan, but it also looks fresh, which is definitely a positive. But it also doesn't look like it can do anything, because I mean, even on the box, all they show is the stud shooters. They don't even show like the moving features. So you can definitely move this stuff, but obviously there's no interior space besides the cockpit, which is a shame on a set this big. In a $50 ship, I do wish there was a little bit of an interior. But I mean, I think the overall design looks cool, and there's not much you can do about that. So that does it for my deeper dive on the sets. I will be covering the reveal of the largest set. Hopefully that'll be coming soon. But that's it for today, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys in more videos soon. Bye for now.